What's going on, guys? The WWE fan guy coming at you with another video today. Today's video, I just want I just want to do a video on the death of Chris Benoit and why I think it's very mysterious. And it has a lot of conspiracy to it. And yeah, we're gonna get right into the details of why his death is very suspicious and why it wasn't solved. Why was it debunked? Why was the case closed right away? So we'll get into that. Before we get into that, get into detail on on his death. But he died. He killed himself. Killed his wife. He killed his. He killed Yeah, but on we all know the story that he killed himself and killed his wife, killed his kids. I mean, killed his kid who had autism. He wasn't really all there. He had some I think he had some special needs to him. Um, but yeah, that's the story of him. So he left the Bible on each person that he killed. He left the Bible on himself, cause I think he killed himself in by by an exercise room, I think. And yeah, he put a Bible just right there. And yeah, they found all three of them dead. So yeah, at the time, I just really accepted it. At the time, they were gonna think of it, as a conspiracy, and still at during this time now. I don't really think of it as a. I don't really think. I try not to think of it. As a conspiracy. I just try to accept what happened. But it bothers you sometimes because I've seen other conspiracy videos and they're like they get right into detail of what happened, and it really makes you think. You know what I mean? It really makes you think on what really did happen in the Chris Benoit case and Chris Benoit's death, and and his his kid and his wife. But yeah, we'll get right into details, starting with Exhibit One. Is it um, Exhibit number one. His wife, she was married to a former wrestler, which his name was Kevin Sullivan. They were going out for a while. There's pictures of him right there. His Chris Benoit's wife, and there's Kevin Sullivan, a former wrestler for WWF, or I think it was WWF. Um, yeah, they're I guess they're like a big couple, and I guess she was part of the wrestling business also. Chris Benoit's wife, but they were before Benoit was in the picture. Kevin Sullivan was the guy, was her, pretty much like her boyfriend, I guess. And yeah, they had some you know issues, and then they broke it off, and then that's when she met Benoit. And I think Sullivan and Benoit had their differences. They were wrestlers. Benoit came in the same scene as Sullivan was during that time. Um, they were not buddies. They really didn't like each other. I guess Sullivan was kind of jealous because Benoit, stole his girl or something like that. He had somewhat kind of type of way uh, towards Benoit. He didn't like him at all. You know. Benoit didn't like him either, though. They had their differences, but I guess it got to that point uh, where they couldn't be right by each other, and it just brings us just makes this whole relationship, this whole story, really interesting. You know, um, you know, I just think it could just be another case of jealous ex boyfriend kill all three of them, and then and then hide the evidence, make it look like it was Benoit did it. Because once he went into the cops went into there, everything was all set up. I think there was a note. No, I don't think there was a note, but there was a Bible and little Bible reference on each death, which was on the wives and the sons, and of course on Chris Benoit. I just think it was pre-orchestrated, very pre-orchestrated, and it was just like set up so perfectly. Like like if somebody set this up and just make it made it look so perfect. You know what I mean? It just made it very suspicious, and not to mention before Chris Benoit's death, he talked to uh, Chavo Guerrero, and I think I think Chavo Guerrero said in the interview that Chris Benoit seemed acting kind of weird, kind of paranoid, hanged up instantly. I guess he heard something. Um, yeah, I think, and then right after that, that was the same day that he killed that he killed his wife and his kid and himself, and just he hanged. I guess he heard something. There's rumors that he said that he heard somebody knocking. I'm not sure who it was. It just makes it very interesting, about that. Who was there at the door? You know why cops never brought that up. Just 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 so many missing pieces to the story, and I'm not saying Kevin Sullivan done it, but I feel like Kevin Sullivan can have somewhat kind of part of it. You know, it could be. I'm not saying that it was him, but I feel like if I wish the cops would have investigated Kevin Sullivan. At least give it a shot. Give it somewhat recognition instead of just a, a homicide and a suicide because he Benoit killed himself. And I would they pretty much closed the case pretty fast. They just they really didn't investigate. They just pretty much say how it was. That we're gonna do it like that, and yeah, and that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, it just seemed really interesting. There's so many factors, there's so many things that are missing in the story, and I think it's just another bad case of a WWE tragic story. Eddie Guerrero's story was very tragic. Also, he died so young, and but there's no conspiracy to that story because I know that he really did die of drugs and uh, abusing steroids. Because I've seen the last days of Eddie Guerrero. He doesn't look that sharp. He looked kind of he can tell that dude was on somewhat kind of drug because he looked kind of jumpy. His words didn't seem right. He talked so fast. You can tell Eddie Guerrero's last days were. He could tell he was on drugs, and he just didn't look like the Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, but Chris Benoit's case is very has so many factors to it. You just can't say that um, that it's just a regular case while it had so many missing pieces. I guess that goes along with so many deaths, and yeah, I just think um, if the cops would have done more investigation, maybe they were missing some points. Maybe maybe if they would investigate more, in my opinion, uh, maybe they'll find something. Who knows? Um, but I'm not also letting Chris Benoit off the hook either. Uh, it can be easily that it's nothing else, it's just him going crazy and him killing his wife and his kid. And um, if they that what they find, if they open it up and that's what they just find it, and I'm willing to accept that because that's not right what he did, and yeah, I don't agree with that. But with so many missing pieces in the story, I really think that the case needs to be reopened, in my opinion, and just really dig a little deeper, in my opinion, into the story, and maybe they'll find something. Who knows? But yeah, guys, just wanted to do a quick video on Chris Benoit's case. It's WWE related, but it's different, I guess. I just want to do something different with y'all. Let me know what y'all thought in the comment section. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is the WWE Fan Guy. Hope you like this video. Please share it with everybody. And yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. This is the WWE Fan Guy signing out, and I'll see you next video, guys. Thanks again. Bye.